You guys smell that? That's the smell of cardboard and bubble wrap. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good day. The amount of willpower it's taking right now to resist the urge of diving into these boxes like a raccoon is unquantifiable. Welcome everyone to Gigahall Part 18. Man, that's a big number. And before we start, which like I said, I am yearning to do so, but I want to thank you guys for the support on this series over the last year and a couple months. I mean, you guys are really the main driving factor of this series. All the love in the comments and whatnot really means a lot to me. It's one of my most popular and successful series here on the channel. It's something I greatly enjoy doing. I mean, who wouldn't like hitting the record button and just opening a bunch of amazing cars? So yeah, guys, thank you, and I hope that we can continue on with this series for the foreseeable future. You know, we both like it. So let's get right into this installment in the Gigahall Legacy. Obviously, lots of boxes. You know, right off the bat, I have no idea how long this is going to be. You do, because it's already been recorded. You could see how long the runtime is, but I think this will probably end up being one of the biggest Gigahalls ever. I have so much stuff here. I have a box of like 20 prototypes, lots of factory customs, and some regular stuff mixed in as well. Some planes in this one as well. So we're going to dive right on in with everything that's kind of already out of a box, and then we'll get into the stuff that is still in the box I received it in. So there have been a lot of new factory customs lately, and we're going to start with a bunch of them here on AliExpress and on eBay. Now, these first three planes I'm about to show you are only on AliExpress, I believe, at the moment, but basically they are taking a common or like a regular character that is a plane, whether it be from Cars, Mater the Greater, or the Planes movie itself, and putting it on a wrong body. So in this instance, you have Barney Stormin placed on the lead bottom body, and that's just so weird to me. Like, why are they doing these? You know, are they running out of the actual factory rejects that they've accumulated over the last few years? Like, you know, the Planes line ended in 2016, so they only had, you know, they had a finite amount of actual, you know, whether it be pack rats or, you know, I know Barney Stormin is not a part of that, but still though, it's just kind of odd to me why they're doing this or what prompted them. But they make for some pretty wild factory customs, and this one is a little weird to me because Barney Stormin, you know, was released as a biplane like this, but obviously not with the, you know, damaged engine here like Lead Bottom has. Now the propeller doesn't really spin, it's very stiff in there. But you do have the spinning wheels. There's a screw right there. There's a rivet in the back. I mean, this is a quality custom for sure. You know, it kind of adds onto your lore. You could pretend this is a new character. But yeah, they didn't get the decals quite right. They just kind of put some spotted polka dots here in the back, blue and red. I mean, it looks all right, but not like the actual Barney Stormin for sure. And there will come a day, maybe in the 12 days of Christmas this year, I will review these and compare them to their actual counterparts. You can see here it just says model airplane, which is something that it would not say on the Mattel version. But yeah, brand new factory custom and a pretty cool one at that. Here we have Props McGee on the lead bottom body. So another one that, you know, was released as a biplane, almost in the exact same model, but without the damaged nose there. Propeller is a little bit better on this one. You can see that this one came with a little ding on it or something like that. Not really sure what that is, but they're not going to be perfect. Yeah, this one has a couple dings on it. It's much easier to like get a refund or get a replacement on eBay than it is on AliExpress. You know, when I say, oh, it's more dangerous to sell on eBay than it is to buy. Yeah, I'm talking about eBay. AliExpress is a little bit tougher. The interface is not as good, but you could still do everything you can do on eBay, but I would be a little bit more careful, and if given the option, I would always buy on eBay over AliExpress. But like I said, these are not available as of the time I'm recording this on eBay. Now, by the time this comes out in like a month, which probably pretty accurate, I'm recording this April 20th, probably won't come out for another few weeks or so since I haven't even posted 17 yet. Might be on eBay, you know, but I would even spend a couple more dollars to get this on eBay. But I love the design here on the top wing. It's very intricate. And yeah, nice factory custom for sure. Now this one looks a little bit more quote-unquote cursed. This would be Pack Rat on the Ripslinger body. Quite a few things wrong with this one in my opinion. Well, the propeller is really messed up. Like, look how bent it is. The double propeller just looking a little sad here. You also have like a little excess paint on it. And then there's a huge gap in between the metal parts here. You know, this pink part and then the red part. And yeah, they did a decent job recreating these decals from Pack Rat, but they still aren't perfect. Tundra, Dr. Boss. Yeah, I don't think that's exactly what it says. I'm not sure if this 10T logo is exact either. But again, something that kind of expands the lore, you know. You could pretend this is a whole new character or something. Ripslinger got a new sponsor, you know, whatever it may be. But yeah, the Ripslinger model is a popular one that they've been putting different Plains characters on, quote unquote, like Arturo or Gunner Viking are some other examples. But yeah, not too bad. Not too horrible at all. Now, I think I have one more in here. Yes, I have this one. So we're just going to get this one out of the way. This one is on eBay. That's why it's separate from those. So this is the iconic Vanderbird plane. So a pretty rare plane on the Barney Stormin biplane model. Now, Vanderbird is a biplane as well, and that means, you know, you have the stacked wings here, but not in this same model. So this one's quite a bit different with the lead bottom. I guess, yeah, the lead bottom model, not the Barney Stormin one. And again, you can see that huge gap in between the body parts there, just something that's kind of common with these factory customs. But yeah, all they did is just translate the colors over, the black, white, orange stripes, and the 55, missing some of the decals that Vanderbird has in the back. But yeah, pretty cool. Is this a serviceable replacement for Vanderbird since that plane's worth like $70 or more? Maybe. I'd say that a better replacement would be like getting the factory custom The Queen that's almost identical to the Mattel version, or Sergeant High Gear, or Chewie the Bulldozer. Definitely some better options, but hey, can't have them all. Moving on to some more brand new factory customs. Now this one, for example, is something that Mattel has already done, and that is make a Cars 3 metallic version of Lightning McQueen. But you can tell that the expression's a little bit different. The rims are metallic, which is pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, if you don't have the Mattel version of this, this is a good substitute for sure. Children's toy car, so you can tell by the base markings that it's definitely a factory custom. But the decals are clear. Everything looks really good. It has a nice smooth finish. Quality's top notch on this one. This one, I'm not sure it's on eBay yet, actually. I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. But again, I have not really seen too many factory customs not hit eBay. In fact, I can't think of one that's just sat exclusively on AliExpress. So I'm sure in time all of these will show up on the bay. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. I like the metallic red rims. That's definitely a nice touch. And because I'm me, I got two of them. So there is the second one. Here is another new factory custom that might actually end up being more popular than you think. It's Road Trip Lightning McQueen. So again, Mattel's done this, obviously, but it's like the Chinese version of it. Like, this is basically what a Chinese-made version of Road Trip Lightning McQueen would look like. Because obviously they've only made it and will continue to only make it from Thailand. Mattel will. So yeah, really cool. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Does that say Auntie Hode? The heck? Come on, guys. Chinese factory customizers, what are you doing? Auntie Hode. I wonder if they did that on purpose because they couldn't use on the road. Maybe, I mean, they're already being shady by making these counterfeits. So I don't understand why actually typing it correctly would be anything out of the realm of possibility. But to say anti-Hode is just like something odd, you know. And honestly, choosing H instead of R, I mean, those leathers look very similar, like from afar, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe that was intentional, maybe not. But other than that, it's a very, very nice quality representation of what the Chinese version of the 95 isn't perfect there. It should be a little different. But yeah, pretty good representation of what this would look like. And it's interesting to me that the Chinese factory customizers like get wind of this, you know, because it's not like they see these coming through the factories if they're working at them. Those are all shut down. So they're like, yeah, we know what's going on in the cars collecting community, and we're going to make that. Show some real intuition there. Some innovation as well. Now here's a really cool factory custom, and there's a pair here that we'll get into. But yeah, the Tomica McQueen Day, the 2022 McQueen Day version of Lightning McQueen, using the Japanese kind of cherry blossom special design. Really awesome, and this is nothing too surprising. Mattel has done the factory customizers have done a lot of factory customs with Tomica decals on Mattel mold. So basically taking Tomica's original decals and putting them on a Mattel mold. That's exactly what they did here. And yeah, I'm not sure Tomica would be too happy about this. I mean, Mattel probably is not too happy about it, but it's what goes on. And this is an awesome, awesome custom. I mean, look at the metallic gold that they have going on there. I love the pink blossoms in the background. I think it's cherry blossom season right now, in fact. But yeah, this is one of the best factory customs I've seen in a while. I mean, the decals aren't super well aligned and all that. But yeah, I mean, look, you even have the black tires. They don't have the light year on them. So this is really awesome. I like the expression too. Kind of looks like the Tomica expression. And of course, couldn't do one without the other. So they did do Mater here as well. Again, love the metallic gold streaks right there. I mean, this just shows top-notch factory customizing right here. This is why I love, ooh, don't love that. It's really kind of beat up right there. I did get 2 of this one, so thank goodness. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the quality control issues at times, like you could see there. But yeah, this is why I love the factory custom realm to cars collecting, because it allows us to get stuff that we never get before. Like Mattel is not going to say, hey Tomica, you know, those are some really nice decals you made, can we have those? And can we make our own? They'd be like, no, screw you, make your own. Plus, you're not even a Japanese company, so why would you want to make that? You know what I mean? But here we go. I mean, this is just awesome work, and the plastic is so bendy and rubbery. Look at that. Even the side view mirrors, it's not the typical plastic that they use. So just keep that in mind. This is super bendy and super soft. But look, they even got the back window there. Really great job on these two. They look great together, and I'm happy that they exist. And yep, of course, I got 2 of each of these. I usually do that because of the quality issues that I mentioned, and also just in case it becomes rare, it's always good to have an extra. You know, I always think back to like the Gold Sally, King and Chick Hicks days. I could have gotten like oh my god, it's damaged in the exact same spot. That's weird. Must be a little, and right there must be a kind of tender point for Mater. But onwards and upwards. Yeah, back in the Gold Chick Hicks days and all that stuff, could have gotten like 100 of those. And now they're super rare. All right, moving right along. Here we have another Lightning McQueen Day Tomica, now Mattel factory custom. But this was for 2021 when they did McQueen, Mac, and Mater in gold with these nice 95 decals. Will they do Mac and McQueen in gold like this? I feel like McQueen's definitely more possible. They have never used Mac for a factory custom, so that sounds a little bit more out of the realm of possibility. But again, man, these Maters are getting beat up down here in the fender type area. It's kind of disappointing. But yeah, again, using that same really soft, bendy plastic for the mirrors and the towing cables. But it looks super good. You know, again, this is a plastic part and they painted it well. I'd love to see what the factory custom operation looks like. I mean, it's got to be pretty large. And they got to have quite the creative team to be thinking about doing all these different cars. You know what I mean? Lots of copying of Tomica and whatnot. This one looks like it's in really good condition. So see, that's why you get 2. All right, moving right along, we have another Mater. The last Mater of the day. It's brand new Mater without hood. Also kind of reminds me of the Mater from Heavy Metal Mater at the beginning. The Garage Band Mater when he doesn't have a hood. This one also looks to be in good shape. Tow Mater Towing and Salvage. Yeah, pretty simple here. It didn't involve much of a creative team or any copying. Just, yeah, make a Mater teal, like the brand new Mater color. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Obviously, the hood or the engine shouldn't be that color if we're talking like the Garage Band Mater, but hey, it's the best we're going to get. And I think the Disney store actually did a Mater like this in this color, but without the hood, so that's interesting. They did also do an Ivan Mater without the hood, and that will probably be in the next Gigahall. It's the newest factory custom that they've done, so that's why it is not included in this bunch here. Here is another Lightning McQueen factory custom. This one I only got one of because I don't think it's as cool as the others, but it's basically dirt track Lightning McQueen. It's got a different expression. Still in the matte finish. And I don't think, yeah, I think everything else is the same. You have the brown base, tires, the fading, dirt on it. You do have the Rust-eze logo in the back, though, which is something that the original Dirt Track McQueen did not have. So, yeah, just something pretty simple. And obviously, a lot of these are very cheap to add to the collection. Now, the last factory custom that we have right now, at least, is the best in my opinion. And it is this pink Dinoco Chick Hicks. Ah, my gosh, words cannot describe how excited I was when I first saw this. This is a custom that actually they had ran way back in like 2012, 2013, somewhere around that era, maybe, you know, give or take a year or so. And it is one of the rarest factory customs to ever exist. And that's back when, you know, they did a lot of kind of more of these edgier factory customs. And by edgy, I mean there is a Chick Hicks with like Fillmore decals. There is a metallic red Sally. There is a just blank pink Chick Hicks. Those are uber rare and definitely a subject for a future video or something like that. But yeah, the fact that they decided to kind of revitalize this run of pink Dinoco Chick Hicks is really cool and definitely worth getting in my opinion. This is such a unique look for Chick, and yeah, I'm just so happy that they did it. I remember when I first saw it on eBay, I was flabbergasted. I thought it was leftovers from the old run, but then I found out that yeah, they did a complete new run, so they're selling for like $6 on eBay. Definitely worth it in my opinion, tenfold. And the quality on these does look really good. Again, they're not going to be perfect in every way, but hey, for factory customs that are costing, you know, just a couple more dollars than the regular ones in the store, not super bad in my opinion. And I know a lot of people have varying feelings about factory customs because they're technically not, you know, supposed to happen. I mean, Mattel is not condoning this, but hey, it's been going on for years, so in my opinion, have at it, right? If you like them, buy them, and I certainly do. Love adding them to my collection. Here's the obligatory Battle Force 5 item for the Gigahall. This is a special Battle Zone edition of the Reverb, so instead of being its usual purple, the colors are kind of inverted. It's gray with the purple stripe there. I really need to document all the Battle Force 5 stuff I have, because I don't think I had this one yet in the package or loose, but I wasn't 100% sure, so you can kind of see how they emulate the look of it here. It's much lighter gray on this stock image, but you can still get the idea. Yeah, this is a Season 1 release. So yeah, I really need a document so I know what I have going forward. All right, moving on to some non-factory custom stuff. Now, I've been trying to complete like every little nook and cranny of my collection because I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but I will be doing an updated collection video this summer, as in the summer of 2023. Still working on it and all that stuff. I haven't started recording yet because I still want to fill in some parts like this to my collection and get some more customs and whatnot and really make it seem different from the last time I did it, which was, it'll be like 2.5 years. I did it in the like winter of 2021. And for whatever reason, I never got a Dragon Lightning McQueen with oil stains like this. At least I don't think I do. Yeah, I have the metallic one with oil stains. And I have the regular one without oil stains, but never got this one, which is just weird to me. And so here it is. It's loose, so it has a couple chips, but I'm not super like angst about that, especially because it's loose. And if I can get a packaged one, which I think, yeah, I have a packaged version of this actually in this Gigahall, so that's why I don't feel super bad about having the loose one a little damaged here and there. No big deal. It's a really nice looking car. The oil is so realistic, and I love that they were able to put it on the rims. I think that really puts this release over the edge. So yeah, good stuff. Pretty simple. Came from Mercari. Really nice seller. I actually noticed he had it in a lot, and I was like, hey, can you split it up? Thinking that, yeah, they would say no, but they said yes, so thank you. This is just another Ivy 3-pack, the Ivy Mater McQueen 3-pack. Those guys back there. Just wanted to get an extra one, leave it in the package, because maybe it could become the next Bobby Road Testa pack, even though I highly, highly doubt it. All right, here we go. Another box from the good old eBay. What do we have here? Some good packaging. This is how you want it to ship anything, especially in the package, to make sure it arrives in the same condition that it was pictured in. CAD spinner on international packaging as a single. Just got rarer and rarer with each thing I said. CAD spinner himself is a rare release. He was released in a single and that 3-pack. To have him on a single card is rare, but then to add on top of that, to have him on international card, and you could tell straight away that it's international because instead of saying Planes, Fire, and Rescue, the English title, or the American title, it says Planes 2, which would be your international version of that title. Even, you know, this came from Canada, so it originated from Canada, I believe. You can also tell on the back here that it just shows CAD and not an array of other ones you can collect. Those are telltale signs of it being international packaging on pretty much anything cars or planes related. So yeah, really happy about this. Kind of an odd item, and I really don't care for these packagings. It only shows like 1/3 of the character on them. Like CAD here, it looks so weird to me. It's like he's hiding. I think it's stupid. They should have just moved it over and centered it. I don't know, minimized it too. Really silly packaging design in my opinion, but hey, happy to have it. And I think that's my first international planes packaged item. Keeping on with the planes vibe, I'm pretty sure there is a planes item in this box here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. All right, so here we have the Wings Around the Globe Racing 7-pack. I remember the day I got this back in 2013. I think, yeah, this was 2013, a couple months or so after the movie released. And we were going out for lunch, my parents and I, and we stopped at Target, I think before we got to lunch, and I snagged this pack. At the time, I think there were a couple in this set that I didn't have, but you know, when it all shook out, Joey Dundee basically was kind of an exclusive to this pack. Now, he was released as a single in 2016, but that was only internationally, and it has become one of the rarest Planes characters in history, and especially that single, which you can basically not get anymore. So I found this on eBay for a really good deal and decided to scoop it up. You got Sunwing, Jan Kowalski, LJH 86 Special, stupid name, Racing Dusty, Rochelle Ripslinger, and Joey Dundee, the Australian racer. But yeah, this is such a cool packaging design. I love how it shows all 7 in this upright design. It's really thin, so you can fit a lot on the shelf. Only at Target. And so wild, stuff like this that, you know, these multi-packs were not hard to find. They sat on the shelves for a while, and yet it's become one of the rarest items that they ever put out. There was another 7-pack as well. I don't think I got that one because it didn't contain anything new or exclusive at the time. That one's also pretty rare though. But yeah, good stuff. Joey Dundee, he's the man. I mean, such a cool plane, and it really does stink that he became so rare. But I think there are some loose ones that you can probably still scavenge up. All right. Fragile. What could be in here? I think, yeah, this just came today, and it has some packaged items in it. And kind of keeping on with that international streak that we were just talking about with CAD Spinner. There's a lot of stuff in this box. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys can't see. I'll bring down the flap a little bit. Ooh. Let me just get everything out of the box and then we will investigate. All right. Hopefully that was everything before I slam the box on the ground. So yeah, I kind of got on this international package kick the other day. And it kind of started with CAD Spinner. But basically I found the seller in the States that had a ton of internationally packaged singles. And some of these singles I don't even have on English packaging. Like I don't think I have Bling Bling McQueen on 2008 packaging like that. So it kind of served as a double purpose for me. But yeah, really great deals in the US. And I figured, hey, why the heck not? Let's scoop some up. Daryl Cartrip, Daryl de Passeia. That's such a weird translation there. I think that's gotta be Portuguese. I have no idea how that would be Spanish. But yeah. That is an indicator that it's international packaging by showing you multiple languages. And let's check out the back. Multiple languages here. Now, they did show you other releases to collect, unlike CAD Spinner and unlike other international packages, especially as time went on. But yeah, back in the day, they still did show you some of these other releases. It's just kind of weird to me how they numbered them here because they don't go in order or anything like that. But pretty cool. Pretty cool. 49, look at that, so weird. 2, 4, 5, 17, 22, 43. You think you're in ascending order, but then you go to 29, 49, 19, jeez, and then you end with 7, which looks to be Bugmouth McQueen. So wild to me, but yeah. Cool stuff. That's Spanish. That would be French, and that would be Portuguese. So I like that. Here's Bling Bling McQueen. So sometimes they'd only show 2 languages on the name tag, sometimes 3. This is an example of that. Actually, might be technically 4. Rayo would be Spanish, Flash, French, Relampago, Portuguese, Lightning McQueen, English. And again, this is the very inaccurate Bling Bling Lightning McQueen, which unfortunately, they don't even articulate that on here. They only have room for his name. But yeah, should have silver outline or the silver background with the gold piston cup in the middle, which is something that they were never able to get right. Just completely silver chrome rims on every release they did until they did the lenticular version, the Chase lenticular version, in which they made them all gold. So for them, they just could not get that nuance down and had to swing either full gold or full silver. But yeah, again, really cool to have this in the good old collection. Here we have Lightning Ramon. This package is a little different. You can see that the blister just completely smooth sides, whereas there's a ridge on these other ones. You can see that ridge right there. That's kind of interesting. Lightning Ramon, Rayo Ramon, Flash Ramon. It's kind of wild to me that The other one ended with English. This one started with the English. You can tell that the blister's kind of coming off the card, some gluing decay. And then there you could see all the ones on the back, and you could see the number, and they tell you how to figure out what number it is. We have 15, 43, and 8. Yep, sounds good to me. All right, some more though. We got Yeti. I knew I had to get this one when I saw it. Internationally packaged Yeti, the abominable snowplow. The fact that they had to translate that. Why don't you just call it Yeti in every language? Sounds better to me. Yeti el abominable quita nieves. That literally means like remove snow. And then you got it in Spanish, or no, French. Spanish and then French. Really cool. This was probably, back in the day, a pretty sought after release. Think about it now. Yeti 2008 is kind of like the Damage the King almost of 2022. Not quite like that, but something like that. There's probably a better example. Still wild to me how they assort all these cars in just random order on the back. It's like they kind of try and start with the McQueen up front. That Tongue McQueen stock image looks so cool, by the way, because that's not fully how he looks as a diecast. All right. So there's that. Got a few more here. 3 more. We have Race Official Tom. This one's got 4 languages. So Spanish, French, and Portuguese. Cool. Similar stuff on the back there. And this one's number 57. So one of the later ones. And then now moving on to the car's Toon. So like I said, here is Dragonlight McQueen with oil stains. Man, this name tag is ugly because not only did they do 4 languages, they went all out with like a billion languages for whatever reason. Oh my goodness, they have like every language in the book. That's crazy to me. But yeah, this is what I just unboxed loose. Yep. For a second there, I was like, is the expression different? But no, it is the same. Now, the International Cars Toon packages lack the big bubble up here that said like new paint job or custom paint job or something like that. Something, it had like a little tagline. So they completely removed that for the international packages because they didn't want to have to translate that. So that's pretty wild to me. It's quite a big difference. And then the back is just boring as all hell. You have Tokyo Mater up top, and then you have a little information on the website, which I don't even think is accessible anymore, or accessible. Yeah, it's still pretty cool. And so I got that one, and then I also snagged Dr. Mater with mask up, which was a pretty sought after release at the time. It was rarer than just Dr. Mater with the mask down. So yeah, lots of languages. This one's 29, the other one was 11. Got Rescue Squad Mater up there instead. So cool, so cool. All right. Man, yeah, this is a girthy Gigahall, but we have 2 more boxes to go, and they are humongous, especially the next one. This one isn't quite as big. I'm a little questionable on how this person packaged these cars, though. I'm not a huge fan of it. They're all like taped together in this weird, like, barrel of monkey's bag type thing, and we're gonna see if everything arrives in good condition. But yeah, these are some more metallic Disney Store Next Gens, or not Next Gens, World Grand Prix racers. Super rare, and it's hard to find them in good condition. So when I found these for a really good deal on Mercari, I was like, hey, might as well scoop and score. Looks like Longue here came in good shape. I hope he's missing a couple of side view mirrors, but I'm sure that was how he was pictured. I just didn't notice. Yeah, really good condition. Kind of surprised that that's like the only thing wrong with him. Really wish Mattel did all these, but hey, that's the good thing about having like multiple brands going. Again, Disney Store, Tomica, Mattel, and then you have factory customs. Really makes it so collecting always can stay exciting for you. There's always something different and new out there that hopefully catches your fancy. Here's one of my favorite ones in Frosty. Definitely one that Mattel should have done, because they did so many different versions of Frosty as it is. And the fact that they never did a metallic one, it's kind of mind-boggling. But I really do love the kind of gold on the front and then just the dark blue in the back. This one looks really good. Has both mirrors still intact. Yay. Now, this one here, Lewis Hamilton. See, look how they package them. Like, isn't that weird? They're like taped together in this like airbag barrel of monkeys type of deal. I don't understand it. All right. So yeah, Lewis Hamilton here is a very hard one to come by because he doesn't look super different from the regular version. I mean, I could see it in person immediately. Like, look how glittery that black is. But, you know, to most people, they might think, oh yeah, that's just regular Lewis Hamilton, and sell it as such. So trying to find one of these online is very difficult, you know. So again, super grateful to have gotten this opportunity. I know I've included them. You know, I think it almost is around the 1-year anniversary of me getting Metallic Shoe and Lewis from the Disney store last year. And so it's kind of wild. Here we are a year later, getting another pair of them. Oh, it looks like, is this a side view mirror that just came off? Huh, I'll toss that right there. Here we have probably my favorite of the entire bunch here, just because the blue is gorgeous. And that is Flash. Really, you gotta see this guy in person to understand the beauty of this release here. The blue is just, it's gorgeous. So, yeah. They even got the spoiler a little bit. Missing one side view mirror, but I think it's the one that I just yanked off. Yeah. Oops, I dropped it. Yeah, I might have to glue that back on, even though it is minuscule. And we got a couple more here. Shoe to the Roki. This one even's harder than Lewis. White metallic? What does that look like? Pearl? So you can't even tell that much. I mean, you could tell, but it is hard to do so. In my opinion, they should have made the red metallic as well. I think that would just look sick if they made him pearly with the red metallic, but gonna have to settle for just a subtly pearl shoe to the Roki. That's almost impossible to identify. Yeah, it's so hard shopping for these because, you know, you might be able to tell side by side in person, but when you're looking on eBay listings and you have nothing to compare it to and you're worried about how the lighting looks, it's very difficult, you know. So here we have Memo Rojas Jr., probably the one in the worst condition. I see quite a few chips on him, missing both mirrors, but no big deal. This one's really nice because you have the metallic red in the front and the metallic green in the back. Really nice. Again, wish Mattel did these as metallic super chases, but of course, you know, they only did one memo. They only did one version of Long Day and Flash. Vitaly Petrov and Frosty were the only ones that got multiple versions. And all right, we're gonna have to remove, kind of push off some of these guys to the side, because the last box is another big prototype box from my good, lovely friend who hooks me up with all these. I would not be able to get any of this stuff without her help. So I just want to make that known. I'm going to leave the box on the ground, in fact, and just fish them up, because otherwise there would not be enough room on this box or on this table for everything that's in this box. But yeah, almost everything in here are prototypes. And you guys know that is my cup of tea. I absolutely love prototypes, and so gonna be hard to contain myself during this part of the haul. There's so much in this box. Oh my god, we're already at the 40-minute mark. I'm telling you guys, this might be the longest Gigahall in the history. There's even more in the box, but we're gonna start with this right now and just dive right on in. Whoa, this is like 2 boxes stuck together. What is going on here? Oh yeah, I've been looking for this one for a while. and it is a circus sedan prototype in teal with a red base, gray tires, orange side view mirrors. A little rough around the edges, but that's what gives it character, personality. You know, there are a few of these out there, I believe, but, you know, when I first saw this, and I think I saw it almost like a year ago now, I was not able to get it, but with the help of my good friend, she helped me out and finally got it into the collection. Definitely going to have to do a prototype prestige episode on this one because of how cool and how special Circus Sedan is to me. Some of the OG fans out there know why Circus Sedan is so special to me. It's one of my favorite super chases of all time. But moving right along here, not going to spend too much time on these prototypes because you guys know that I'll probably do a prototype like haul on these as well, which I'll then compare each of them to their regular versions. Here we have an XRS version, drag racing version of Little Torquey Pistons, Spiky Phillips. It has Lightning McQueen's back tires here, so they're red and say Lightyear in the full-blown text. And he has a turquoise base, which he should not have. No code on this one, though. I thought I might have had a code, but evidently not. Let's open this one. It's not in a box. We have a Hydro Wheels prototype, so something that is very foreign to my collection. I never bought any Hydro Wheels at all. But yeah, this Rip Clutch Gonski has these like ivory colored tires that are not natural. I'd have to compare it side by side to the actual version, which I might have to get now because I have a prototype of it. It's always good to have the official version to do a comparison of. So yeah, maybe I'll get the official Hydro Wheels rip and then I'll do that prototype comparison video. And man, I'm going to have tissues or napkins, whatever these are, for days after this. Just going to blow my nose into these. That's nasty though. Don't do that. Don't blow your nose into tissues that came with your cars from China and were passed through probably quite a few hands. Here we have an engineering coded prototype of Sadeep. Now the finish on this one, I could tell you, is a little bit more matte than the real deal. You might be able to discern that, maybe not, but it does have the engraving of 089, which wouldn't have been wild if it was 083. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, to have a prototype of a very rare release is pretty cool, so happy about that. Now, I have never seen another one of these in my entire life. Not to say that there aren't more out there. I'm sure there are, but you know, I've seen a lot. You know, there have been quite a few Fireball Beach prototypes, coded ones like this. I've seen a ton of Rich Mixons. I've seen quite a few Luigis. I've seen Conrad Camber, Cam Spinner, Richie Gunsit, and I'll see a Cruz Ramirez in here, but I've never seen any other Guidos besides this one. And it is a very low number, 007. So super happy to add this to the collection here. Getting back, to kind of like the 2017 era of these engineering prototypes, we have H.J. Hollis here. His number is 239. Looks pretty similar to the release version. The coloring might be a little different. And again, that's all something that we're going to investigate in a comparison haul type video later on, just like I did at the beginning of this year. All right. Oh, another next gen. Chase Racelet 115. Again, that's engraved lightly. The finish on the paint looks a little different for Chase here. It almost seems just like smoother in every way. Everything just kind of blends together more, which is odd. I don't know. Again, can't wait to compare them side by side, but that's my initial instinct. The paint finish seems a little different. All right. Who we got next? Again, this is all new for me too, guys. We are literally opening these up together. Oh, all right. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I do remember this one now. So this is a Crazy 8 Crasher prototype for Lightning McQueen. Obviously, he doesn't have eyes. I'm not sure the tires are like this. I'm not sure when he was released, the tires ended up looking like this. So again, the side-by-side comparison is really going to help here. I feel like the tires do not look like that on the finalized version. Again, you guys can feel free to comment and let me know. But yeah, that's my initial impression here. Pretty cool prototype. Kind of goes in the Hydro Wheels Rip Clutch Gauncey category, and something that I usually wouldn't get. Kind of stick to the diecast, but hey, branched out a little bit on that one. All right, here we have the Fireball Cruz Ramirez, the Sandy version, of course. Her number 031. Haven't seen too many of this one either, so nice to add to the collection, but doesn't look super different from the release version. This looks like a drag racer here. Thanks for all the napkins. So yeah, we have a drag racer Lightning McQueen. So those are the same wheels that we saw on little torquey pistons. I think the windows are different on him, and obviously he does have a code right there, 125. That's a very popular spot to have a code on McQueen, regardless of the version it is. See, these are the ones with the moving pistons. Cool. Sticking with the XRS vibe, we can obviously see what this one is. A mud racer. I think, yeah, in the last prototype haul I had, I think it was George Nguyen mud racer coded. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Cal Weathers 207, you can see right there. Everything else, though, is probably identical. Love his expression on the XRS version. He looks so determined, which is so unlike him from his personality we saw in Cars 3. This is a box that's kind of bursting at the seams. Everything's really tight in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, how are we going to get this one out? We're going to have to open it from the other way and push it out. He's so tight in there. Whew. Oh my god. What do you know? It is Takeshi, the 2013 Super Chase, and it's coded. Isn't that so wild that they were doing this all the way back then, and yet barely any of them leaked out? The fact that we only started to see these engineering prototypes in like 2017, and yet they were doing them way back when is just wild to me. So yeah, here we have the Super Chase Takeshi, number 205. Really cool. Yeah, he barely could fit into that box. All right. Oh, another XRS one. This looks like Drag Racer Tim Treadless. This one should be coded. Should be coded. Am I blind? I don't see a code on this one. Huh. I don't see a code on this one. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait. Well, that certainly shouldn't be there. He's got McQueen's tires as well, just like Spiky did. So, yeah, maybe that's why I bought it. I thought it would have been coded as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. But, yeah, it's funny. I got these a long time ago, and obviously it takes a long time for everything to get sorted from China. They go through a lot of hands before they get to me. All right, we got a ton more in you guys, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. Man, I can't wait to clean up this huge mess afterwards. Sticking with the XRS vibe, we have Mud Racer Lightning McQueen. I love the code on this one. It's so big and different from usual codes. 153, not in the usual spot below the spoiler. Might be a couple other differences with the rims for this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, again, I never had too many mud racing prototypes, and so it's cool to add on to that. I think there's going to be another one in here. Not going to spoil it, but there should be another Mud Racer prototype in this bundle. This one certainly is not it, though. We're going back to 2017 with Junior Moon here, number 099. That's pretty cool. So now I've completed my legends from that year. I have Junior Moon, Louise, and River Scott all coded. Guess I should probably try and get a Smokey. Wonder if there's a Leroy Hemming out there too, although that's Thailand. So the Thailand coded prototypes are a little different. Those are not engraved, they're stamped. And I do have some of them. I think I did a Mama Bernoulli in a Gigahall a long time ago. All right, here we have a prototype of Sal Macchiani. You can see bare metal there. Again, I'd like to do a side-by-side comparison with this one to see what else is different. Obviously, the mouth isn't painted there, but everything else is the same. You know, you have the taillights and the fenders painted. So I do always get a little nervous when I see prototypes like this because this could have been faked. You know, you strip the paint off the metal part and then you reassemble it, but the rivet looks untouched, so I would assume this is legit. But it's always good to have like another little piece of evidence that it's a prototype. You know what I mean? All right, a few more in here. Now this one I've been after for a long time, and it's not a prototype. It is a Tomica release, and it is probably one of the rarest Tomica releases in their history. That's right, no exaggeration. It is this special Japanese version of Lightning McQueen that they did a long time ago. So it's kind of like the predecessor to this one, but on a Tomica mold, of course. They did even do a Mater like this that I had in a previous Gigahall, I'm sure. That one's very similar to Kabuki Mater, but there's nothing similar to this at all. Again, he's kind of like Shoots the Roki, but with different decals. Even has contingency sponsors back here that read Little Turkey Pistons, Revolting, and Mood Springs. Yet he's got World Grand Prix and all-in-all decals. Just a little bit of everything. I love the little bolt on the sides of the spoiler. Black 95s. And if anyone knows what that says in Japanese, please let me know. I'd love to know. But yeah, really happy to finally add this one to the collection. 2011. So yeah, this one's pretty old. Love the white rims as well. So now I have a little bit of a conundrum because I have this McQueen loose and I have the Mater in the package. So do I bust open the Mater to have them both loose? What do I do, guys? All right, this is probably the other Mud Racer. Yeah, I definitely would have preferred, you know, a different Mud Racer character because they did so many. But I'll take Jackson Storm. I'll take what I can get. 148. You got a little Sharpie on them there too. The prototype Mud Racers look a little taller than the real deal. Like it seems like they've been suspended a little higher. So yeah, that's interesting. Cool, cool, cool. So that's 3 Mud Racers on the day. What else we got in this box? Do we only have one more item? I think so. Wait, no, 2. There's 2, guys. 2 more items in Gigahall Part 18. We're going to start with this one here. Another engineering prototype. This one of a 2018 release. Metallic Scavenger Bobby Swift 057. Pretty clear cut there. Looks good. And last but not least is a prototype of Topper Deckington III. This could be a doorstop. It is a solid chunk of metal right here. And there's no Mattel marking. Honestly, maybe it makes me think it could be a Disney Store prototype. So I'm going to have to do some research on it, honestly. But this is sick, man. I love it. You got the yellow stripe going down the center there, which would match the Mattel version. Everything matches the Mattel version. So I don't think it's the Disney Store. But everything is held together with screws. And these little dots here make me think that those were like how they attached it to the like Disney Store packaging, because you guys know they used to screw the Disney Store cars into the packaging. I'm gonna have to do some research on this, but either way, it's so cool. All the plastic parts are, what they're supposed to look like. The side view mirrors, the little windshield part there, the tires and the rims. But all the metal is just bare metal, kind of like the Ocaniya. So really cool. This one's definitely going to stand out in the collection, and I've never seen one like it before. So really happy to have it. Oh man, I'm a huge fan of this. Huge fan. I could hold this all day. This thing is just industrial. And that is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching Gigahall Part 18. Let me know in the comment section below, what have you gotten lately in the mail or at the store? Obviously I don't really do in-store purchases in these Gigahalls, but sometimes I do. So let me know. Any recent acquisitions, tell me in the comment section below. I will see you next time for Gigahall Part 19. In that video, I can already tell you there are going to be some wild prototypes that you've probably never seen in it before. And hey, you might not have seen really any of these either. So the stakes are just getting upped and upped and up. We got international packaging, we got wild prototypes, we got wild factory customs, and yeah, we also just have, a basic Ivy 3-pack too. So, all right, guys, thanks as always. I'll see you next time. Bye now.